Never have I been so depressed following a 43-35 victory like that, where the Eagles reclaim the #1 seed. They win the NFC East, and yet I'm sick to my stomach. I am depressed. Carson Wentz, they are fearing that he tore his ACL. It has not been confirmed. We won't know until tomorrow. So we're going to have to do a lot of praying tonight. A lot of praying. And hope that he's okay somehow, some way. Maybe it's a sprain. Maybe he tore cartilage. Let's just hope it's not a torn ACL and it's not the worst. Philly 500 is here. I'm Adrian Fedke. Let's get into it.
Man, this is very hard for me. This is very hard for all of us, I'm sure, because what an amazing win, a big win. Everything went right for you today.
Oh my God, the way they bounced back after he got hurt. And I'm just so sick right now. I can't even think.
I mean, look, if anybody ever said that this kid isn't that good or this kid didn't mean that much to the team, they didn't never seen this game, because this game, he carried this team for 3 quarters. He carried this team on his back when the defense couldn't do crap. The special teams couldn't do crap. Carson Wentz kept coming. Then to get hurt the way he did, the team, you give him credit. I give the defense credit. I give the team, they rallied around it. And they came up with the win, big win, NFC East. But to lose him, there's no, you can't hide that. You can't gloss over that. That's a major blow to this team. I mean, we won the NFC, but it's like, it's very, very, very sad. Very sad.
And you look back, it's like the kid threw a touchdown on maybe a torn ACL. He might have set the single season Eagles franchise record for touchdown passes on a torn ACL. I mean, and that play was remarkable. I wouldn't have gone for it on 4th down, but it wound up working. It was like his, 3rd or 4th read, and he finally threw it to Jeffrey. He somehow was able to snag this ball that was thrown behind him. He tucked it against his leg. So that was huge. And by God, if it wasn't for that 4th and goal, maybe the Eagles wouldn't have won this game.
Yeah, no. I mean, it was an unbelievable pass, unbelievable catch by Alshon. I mean, I wouldn't have gone for it either. If I would have decided to go for it on 4th, I would have ran it on 3rd down. But I didn't like the play. He got injured. Really bothered me. Okay, I want to say this, get this out of the way. It bothered me that he ran that ball. There was no back in the backfield. I would have liked to see them run a little bit and let him take a little less hits, because I think he was taking a lot of hits. And it would have been nice to run the ball there, but who knows if he's going to hurt his knee. You don't know that. I mean, it's just a horrible thing. The guy is MVP. He should have won MVP. He proved it today. He proved his worth today. And we got to pray. We got to hope that this guy doesn't have a torn ACL. We got to hope it's sprained, maybe even like a slight tear, not a torn ACL. That you're done. You're done with that. But if somehow we can get lucky, I mean, that's what I'm praying. That's what I'm hoping right now. I don't know. It doesn't look good. Look, I had a torn MCL, ACL at the same time, and I could walk around without crutches. I could do it. So I've
torn my ACL as well, and you can walk around on it.
You can. So just because he's walking off doesn't mean that it's not torn.
It
we just got to pray.
The severity of it. Like it might be a slight tear. We'll find out. I am hoping that he tore cartilage or something like that, where he can come back.
Yeah,
by the time the playoffs come around.
Yeah, like a sprained ACL. I'm sorry. A sprained ACL, he'd be fine. Even like a slight tear, I think he would be fine in a couple weeks. But a torn is like you need to surgically repair it, and you're done. Yeah. So, I mean, it's only the Eagles this could happen to. Let's face it, only the Eagles would this happen. This is us. This is what happens to us all the time. I'm sorry, it does. I'm a little pissed off.
I'm going to pray tonight, and I'm just hoping, because everything has gone the Eagles' way this year. Everything. With how everything has gone. And you're telling me that this is how it's going to end? Like this?
This is, it's unbelievable.
No, I mean, it's not the end, all right? I guess we'll get into that for the bitter dingbats. But
all I'll say about that is we gotta rally. Whatever happens, we rally, we pick ourselves up, and we go and we do what we can. That's it. But right now, we're focused on this game that just took place. So,
yeah. I mean, if he did, in fact, tear his ACL, you would have to completely change the way you play. Everything. You would have to become a ball control offense. Use Ajayi, use Blunt, use your offensive line, control the clock, and play defense. You'd have to completely change everything around and just hope that Nick Foles can be efficient enough, and Nick Foles can be this team's Case Keenum. Because the way I see it right now, without Carson Wentz, you're looking at potentially a team that's going to have to play like the Vikings.
Yeah, I agree. And then, look, that's even going to tell you that home field advantage is even more important for this team, because you think Foles is going to go to Minnesota or Seattle and win. I think it's going to be very hard. So, we're the number 1 seed right now. We're division winners. We got to keep this up. We got to beat the Giants. We got to get that bye week. It's still important. It's still the most important thing right now. Get the bye week. Then you have a chance. You have a chance. No chance otherwise. But, I mean, look, dude, it feels like we lost. This feels like really bad. This is like this makes me feel like I felt the year Cunningham got hurt in Green Bay opening season. That's how this feels to me, because you really felt like that was the year you were going to go. And then this year you feel like, my God, dude, we're playing the Rams. Our defense ain't playing great. Special teams ain't playing great. But our quarterback is balling out. 4 touchdowns, franchise record in touchdown passes. The guy's carrying us, and then he gets hurt. Yeah. This is unbelievable. It's unbelievable.
He was literally carrying the team. Literally.
Yeah,
On his
really.
back. And the Rams secondary, I thought for the most part was playing well. The way that Tremaine Johnson was combating Alshon Jeffrey, and because Wentz was 16 of 30 in the first half. It wasn't highly efficient, but the Rams secondary was stepping up and making plays. A lot of the reason why he threw 30 passes, that's on Doug Peterson. I mean, Jay Ajayi was averaging 12.5 yards, 4 carries for 49 yards, whatever it was in the first half. And they did try to get him the ball in the second half, but it was when it was more predictable, obviously. So his yards per carry went down. But in the first half, to throw 30 passes, I thought was kind of crazy. You didn't have to throw the ball that much. I thought Ajayi should have gotten more carries. I didn't like Doug's game plan in this game.
I didn't like it either. There's a lot of things I didn't like about it. And I think there's a point in time where you just got to say, look, this Jay Ajayi needs the ball more. Every game he's played for us since he's come, he's broken off runs. He's had good averages. And I think you just got to start feeding him the ball more. I want him to have 50% of the carries, then Clement the next level, and then Blunt, I want to reduce Blunt's work, because Blunt looks slow to me, and he runs into the blockers all the time. Ajayi should be getting the ball. And let me tell you, if Wentz is out, you better feed Ajayi 20 times a game. You better feed him, because he can still change things for you, But, yeah, I mean, look, dude, there's one thing that's hanging over this whole thing, and it's weighing us all down, and we're all holding our breath, and it don't look good.
Yeah, and it's hard to even talk about this game right now.
No, it really is. It's just I feel so bad for this kid, because today was like the day where it was like, yeah, this kid is MVP. This is it. This kid may throw 40 touchdowns. This kid is everything that you want in a quarterback. And look, he's got a bright future. He'll bounce back from the injury. But for this year, winning this game, if we won this game and had Carson right now here, right, it would be like, dude, we'd be talking about going to the Super Bowl or being in the NFC Championship. We would be talking like that. Instead, we're worrying about this guy being hurt.
Yeah. We're going to be sick until we hear the news, and then we're going to be sick again if the reality is true and harsh as what it seems.
Yeah.
So
it's a shame.
Yeah, it is.
It's like the Raiders with Derek Carr last year,
Same exact situation. Except this is even worse, obviously, because the Eagles have the number 1 seed right now.
They have the number 1 seed, and they had the MVP quarterback. What did he have? 33 touchdown passes now on the year?
33.
33 franchise record.
He surpassed Sonny Jerkinson. He threw 32 in 1961. The most Donovan McNabb ever threw was 31 in 2004, so Wentz has him beat. But obviously, they throw the ball a little bit more now, but still.
In his second year. In his second year.
He's got touchdowns with 3 games left. I mean,
we gotta just hope, man. Hope the MRI comes out because they can suspect it, but they don't really know until the MRI. You have to have the MRI. So, like I remember when I had an ACL, I had a torn ACL, torn MCL. Then I hurt my MCL again, and they thought I tore it, and I went, and it turned out it was just like sprained or partially tore, and it was only like a couple weeks, and I was fine.
Yeah.
But that's what you have to hope for right now. So that's what I'm hoping for. It can happen. It can. But I don't want to give people too much hope because then they're going to be let down if it goes bad. So I'm going to assume the worst is going to happen. I'm going to assume the worst and say, hey, look, it's just horrible. But this kid, at least we have him for the next 10, 15 years. He's a franchise quarterback and all that stuff. It doesn't feel good.
Yeah, the first thing was like you see him coming, you see him in the tent, after the drive. You're like, oh, what the hell is this? And so that's your first thought. And then they're talking knee. And then you hear Aaron Andrews come on and say, the thing about how three, what did she say, medical trainers were in the back, and they were all shaking their head as they all left the room. Then you have the report by Adam Schefter saying that the Eagles are concerned, quote unquote, that that went towards ACL. So that's that information. And then you have what you're saying, maybe we're hoping it's a sprain, but judging by the way that they reacted to it and shaking their head, that's what makes you feel the worst. And I'm sick, man. That's why I'm so sick. Everything you're hearing, it's not good.
Yeah, it doesn't look good. It looks like it's going to be a torn ACL out for the year, and it's gonna put a huge shadow on this team the rest of the year, and where we go from there, I don't know. I mean, we just take it one day at a time, and we focus on the Giants. And I mean, I think everybody knows that losing Wentz probably takes any real deep playoff run away, in my opinion. I think it's fair to say that. But you don't know. We got to go through it. But it's just a hard thing. It's unbelievably hard.
Yeah, it's tough. Nick Foles came in. He did lead the Eagles to a field goal. I thought he played well for what he is, but there were also times where the rush came, and you could just see he doesn't have the ability of Wentz to just be able to elude it and make plays. So obviously that's where the downgrade is there. There's going to be a huge downgrade. I know
arm strength too.
Yeah, I know he threw 27 touchdowns and 2 interceptions in a season, but this ain't Carson Wentz, people.
Yeah.
No. So we'll see how Nicky Foles, hold my Nick, how he pans out here. But
well, we're gonna find out also what Doug Peterson is.
This is very true because I thought that Carson Wentz pretty much hit a pretty bad game plan. To be honest with you, his game plan was not good to start this game. So we are really going to see what Doug Peterson is the next. Yeah. So if Wentz is really out for the year, we'll see if Doug can get this team to a Super Bowl.
Yeah, I think you're going to see a lot of running, a lot of ball control, a lot of deke and dunk. We're going to get back to that kind of game, and it's going to have to slow the game up, and that's how they're going to play. And you're going to have to use Ajayi, Blunt, and Clement. They're going to be the guys you have to lean on. It's just the way it is. But the good thing is you got the Giants, the Raiders, and Dallas. All teams I still think they can beat, even without Wentz. So you got to get that bye week, and we'll see. We'll see what happens, but it's going to be very hard.
Yeah. Hey, I'll just say this right now. I'm not giving up on the season. It feels terrible right now, but we'll see how they respond to this. And
no, you don't give up on it, but it's just fresh. It's fresh, hurt, and you're hurt, and it sucks.
We're hurting right now.
Yeah. We're bleeding out. We're bleeding out all over the place. So look, by next Sunday, by next game, you got to be ready to play. We got to put this behind us. But right now, it hurts. It's unbelievable. But the defense did step up when Carson went out. I thought once he went out,
that was
great to see. They stepped up, they raised their game, and that's why we won, because they were able to get some stops. They got a turnover, great play by Long, And those things, I think that happened when Carson went out. When he wasn't out, they were missing tackle. He couldn't tackle anybody. He couldn't stop anybody. So it was good to see the team rally together. Let's see if they can rally if he's out for a long period of time. That's going to be the big question.
Yeah, they played inspired there. Right after the field goal that made it 37-35, and you had deep penetration on back-to-back plays. Deep. You had Fletcher Cox all up in Jared Goff's face all game long. Deep penetration. Deep all game long.
Yeah. I had to get it. You had to get it out, right? You had to get it out. I had to get it out. He gave Jared Goff a prostate exam. Let's put it that way.
He did.
He definitely did. And look, it was good to see the defense rally. I don't know what to say, man. I'm in shock. Like, I'm really shocked that we're losing him for a year, possibly looking like that. I just can't believe that this is happening right now. I'm like, it's stunning. It's unbelievable. What this kid did today in this game, I thought was so unbelievable. And then to go out this way just sucks. It hurts.
You had a situation, you know how like in college football they always talk about the quarterback having that Heisman game, the Heisman moment. This was his MVP game. This was supposed to be that. This game right here. This was the way that Carson responded after last week to throw 3 touchdowns in the first half. No Zach Ertz. He throws 3 touchdowns, all to tight ends. And then you have the 4th one to Jeffrey.
Especially after they started with the interception.
Yeah,
interception. Yeah. You go down 7-0.
7-0. It was like, oh, here we go again.
And he responds. He carries the team. I mean, and then they block the punt. They get the touchdown. And he responds again. He comes back.
He always comes back.
He always comes back. And that's why, in the long run, we're going to be okay. But right now, it sucks. That's all I can say. It's hard to believe. I'm in shock, to be honest with you.
It's just really sucks because of how everything has played itself out this year. The way that you have you reclaim the number 1 seed in the conference again. And to be honest with you, I still think the Eagles will win the last 3 games.
Yeah, me too.
I think they do, even with Foles at quarterback.
I agree. Now, I think they will.
Now it's like, oh man, now you got to go into the playoffs. But you still have the number 1 seed. See what happens.
Look, here's the thing, right? Let's say he's out for the year. Let's say you go to the Super Bowl and lose. All you're going to think of, if we had Carson Wentz, we would have won. If they go to the NFC Championship game and lose, it's if we had Carson Wentz. If we go, wherever we go, it's always going to be, unless you win the whole thing, it's going to be only if we had Carson Wentz. That's what sucks about it. That's what sucks so bad.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
What could have been? This is the only injury the Eagles can't overcome.
No, I think this is the big one. This is the big one, man. This is the one that is hard. But look, we'll see. Let's wait until we know for sure. That's what we got to hope. We got to hope that the rumor's wrong.
Like, I can't even think about what happened in this game anymore.
I know.
Like I didn't think the line played well today. Newski left. I'll have to look at what happened to him. But Sayumalu came in. They got called for a lot of penalties. Lane Johnson had a holding penalty. Brooks had a holding penalty. Sayumalu had a holding penalty. You had false starts. It wasn't a good afternoon for them.
No, it wasn't. You're right. It sure wasn't. It was a tough afternoon for them. Yeah, I thought offensively, I thought Carson carried him. I thought Ajayi needs more runs. I think you need to get him more involved. It just do. It was nice to see Torrey Smith make a few plays because he was really aggravating me the first part of that game. Then he made a couple plays, Look, I think that we're the NFC champions, so that's good, right? We're the NFC champions.
NFC East champions.
NFC East champions, I'm sorry. But we won a big game on the road. Nobody can say that you haven't beat anybody good. We did beat somebody good. We're the number 1 seed. We got the stinky Giants next week. and we got to take them out. And that's the only way there is. That's the only thing to it. You got to take them out and keep going and get this bye week. That's the only chance we have right now.
Yeah, not only is it looking like you're going to get a bye week, you probably are most likely going to get the number 1 seed because they could still afford a loss and still tie Minnesota now and get the number 1 because they beat the Rams today. So They beat the Rams. The Minnesota lost to Carolina. So you look at the record versus common opponents.
Right.
Eagles are unbeaten.
Yeah.
The Vikings have 1 loss.
Yeah.
So they fall to 10-3. Eagles are 11-2. And, you know, it's crazy, man. You're probably going to get the number 1 seed here.
Probably are. And, you know, 1 win with the bye week and 1 win puts you in the NFC Championship game, right? So then you play – you just – look, it's stranger things have happened than a quarterback getting hurt and a backup coming in and a team rallying and winning. So it's not impossible. I'm not going to say it's impossible. And if you're playing at home, that gives you a chance. But
that's why there's a chance, because if they get number 1, they get home games. That's why they have a chance. They have a chance.
Yeah. But right now it's hard to think about with Carson. You know?
We have to like reflect more on this tomorrow and really think about what they do when we do. Actually, we'll do bitter dingbats like Tuesday or something.
Yeah, let's do it Tuesday. This is going to take a while to think. This is really,
and we'll get the news tomorrow, and we'll figure all that out. So
yeah.
All right. What else happened in this game? What else can we talk? We talk about Torrey Smith. It's funny because he set a season high in yards, and we all wanted Mac Hollins in there. Hollins dropped one.
He dropped one.
Yeah, and that was the one drive where they had 2 miscues, and these miscues they weren't getting away with it last week against Seattle, but they got away with it this week. So. Wentz missed Jeffrey when he rolled out to the left, wide open Jeffrey, and then you had the Hollins play where it was perfect throw, but obviously they went and scored a touchdown anyway, so they didn't come back to haunt him. But how about that?
Yeah, I mean there was a couple beautiful passes by Carson. There's just some passes I cannot believe he just made that throw, and especially while he's getting hit. The guy's a gamer. But Hollins had a chance to step up, and he dropped it. And, you're not going to take anybody's spot that way. Then Torrey Smith comes. He had a couple nice receptions, run after the catches. So it was good to see him get going. Blunt looks worse and worse to me every week. He looks slow. I don't know if he's hurt. I don't know if he's tired. But I want to see more Clement. I want to see more Ajayi. I think they run well.
Yeah, but Blunt now is looking like 3rd best back on the team behind Ajayi and Clement.
He does, yeah.
So, and this was a tough matchup for Blunt coming in. I talked about it this week about how you could attack the Rams along the edges, but through the middle you really can't with Brockers and Aaron Donald in there. So the edges where you had to work it. You had Ajayi only get 4 carries in the first half. I believe Blunt had 6 for 10 it was. Which was like ridiculous. You see Ajayi out there; he clearly looks like the best back on your team, and he's not getting the ball. And now it's like you saw him pissed off a couple weeks ago. You can understand the frustration. Get him the goddamn ball, damn it! Well, I think he'll get it now, but still.
Yeah, I think he's gonna get it now. I agree.
Get it now. Choo. We're getting it now.
Man, yeah. I thought Bradham dropped that interception. They got a 7. I mean, you can't drop that. I didn't like the way the defense played for the most part of this game. After the injury, I thought they stepped up, but man, they missed a lot of tackles, especially on Gurley. I just thought they weren't. I don't think they were at their best today. I really don't.
Yeah. All right. So I just popped up comments, and I should have done this a while ago. So you got people making fun of the Carson Wentz injury.
See, I don't understand how you make fun of a guy like I hate the Cowboys, right? But if Dak Prescott got hurt, I wouldn't be going, ha, 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 I'm glad he got hurt. I would never do that. That's just not me. I would be like, that's a shame.
Yeah, this is like typical.
Yeah.
So the Cowboys fans are out, and they're happy.
They're happy. They didn't even win the division. They're not going to make the playoffs. The division's over. And they're happy. And they call us classless, right?
Yeah, Okay. Somebody loves BBC. All right, that's getting the dingbat.
So I think some of these Cowboy fans need an appointment to a doctor. I think they need a prostate exam because I think they're a little screwed up in the head. Something's wrong with them. Go get your prostate exam. Do it.
A lot of people got to get their prostate exams in this freaking chat. I think I got some of them. I should have done this a while. I should have done this a while ago because I figured this was going to happen.
How could you be possibly happy somebody gets hurt? That I just don't understand.
So you got okay. See, now I don't know who. I don't feel like playing moderator, but all right. I think I got some of these people. So somebody was saying they didn't even want to watch the show because the comments were too much.
Yeah, well, it's horrible that people even think that. See, I just don't think like that. I don't think, oh my God, all these people are gonna be happy that somebody got hurt. It's like doesn't occur to me that people would even think like that. But hey,
when Aaron Rodgers got hurt, I hated it. It's not good for the league. And this year, there's been so many injuries to a lot of star players. J.J. Watt and Odell Beckham got hurt. So many guys. Deshaun Watson. Carson Wentz, you're looking at guys that are the future of the league. Everybody's here, and it's just like it brings the NFL product down. I don't know why people would root for injuries.
I don't know. I don't like it. I don't want to ever see anybody get hurt. I really don't. You know, even the hated Cowboys, I would not be happy. Dak Prescott got hurt or Zeke Elliott. I would not be happy about that.
Yeah.
You know, and Aaron Rodgers getting hurt. I mean, it's horrible. Hopefully they'll all be out, and tomorrow it'll come out that it wasn't torn, and we'll get a big break, and then these guys will all have to eat their words. That's what we can hope.
They're saying Philly fans cheered for the Zeke suspension. See, that's a little worse, though.
Go watch any of my videos, and you tell me one video where I say I'm glad or I'm cheering for his suspension. Every video I say
I didn't even think he should have been suspended.
No, every video I said was against him getting suspended. I said I'm against it. He should play. It's wrong. Every video I've ever done where I talked about it. I've never been happy. You know what I mean? I wanted to beat Dallas.
Though, because we're talking about potential domestic violence against a torn ACL. This is a different circumstance.
Yeah.
But still, this was a situation where I always said Zeke, I didn't think should have gotten suspended. So this guy, whoever was talking in the comment section, is actually wrong.
He's a dingbat. He's a dingbat. He don't know what the hell he's talking about.
So I had to get rid of a lot of people, dude.
Yeah. They come out
10 victims of
yeah, they're happy. They're happy. All dingbats.
All right, that's all right. I'm just gonna keep the show going. I'm not gonna look at that anymore. Okay, so what else happened in this game? I thought it was awesome to see the tight end step up in Ertz's absence. I didn't think Seumalo played well at left guard when he replaced Wiz. Brandon Brooks didn't really have a great game, but he was going against Aaron Donald, so that's almost
it's hard.
There. Oh, Big V got beat for a sack again. So this is the second straight week where he got beat inside, and he didn't get the help that he normally gets from Wiz because he was out of the game at this point. So
right,
Big V got beat for another sack this week.
Yeah.
That's not a good recipe if Nick Foles is the quarterback.
No, God, yeah. Like I said, with the Foles, the way they use Foles and the way they're going to run this offense now is going to be totally different, like you said. It's going to be run, short pass, short pass, short pass. It's going to be a lot of that. It's going to be different. It's going to be an adjustment to get used to. That's for sure. Yeah. I mean, look, I think the way I saw it overall was I thought Carson carried the Eagles the first 3 quarters. I thought the defense didn't play good. I thought the special teams wasn't good. I thought the offensive line wasn't good. I thought Carson was unbelievable. I thought Ajayi was really good. And then when he got hurt, the Eagles, they rallied and they pulled together and they raised their game. And maybe the Rams thought, oh, we got this now. I don't know. But the Eagles raised their game and were able to pull it out. That's kind of how I saw it. I didn't even like some of Doug's play calling. the play he got injured is the one that bothers me the most.
Yeah, let's get into that. Because we've been seeing Wentz kind of run along the goal line more, and even when he did it last week and he fumbled, I don't want my quarterback running with his head down like that.
No,
I want other guys scoring the ball, not Wentz like that.
yeah, and the thing too is he was in a shotgun with empty set.
Yeah.
There's no backfield. There's no back. I mean, to me, that tells the defense that he's passing. They're keying on him, and then he's going to run on top of that. That's a recipe to get hit and get hurt. Really, I would have liked to see a little more running. I thought they should have run the ball a little more. I think they could have done that effectively, especially down there, because I believe that was a second. I think it was a second down play. I can't remember. Maybe a third. I don't remember. But it wound up being a penalty. Not only did he get hurt, and it was a touchdown, it was a penalty.
Second and goal from the 2, because you got pushed back to the 12, right?
Yeah. And he got hurt, and then it was a penalty. I mean, it's just – so I thought –
it might have been a first down play. Whatever.
I can't.
Whatever it was.
Whatever it was. Well, I think it was first down, and they ran Clement, and he got down to like he got like a 6-yard gain, something like that. And then they came back empty backfield. And I was like, why are they in empty backfield? Run the ball. Keep running it. And he ran it, and he got hurt. And he got a flag. It was like, couldn't get any worse, that play.
Yeah. The ultimate worst play ever. Like, the kid threw his touchdown on a potential – oh, God.
With one leg, he threw it. It's unbelievable.
Oh,
there's no sugarcoating this right now. Right now, we gotta pray.
I'm depressed, dude. This is awful, man.
It is. Oh. It is. But we're gonna have to get through it and push on. I mean, that's all we can do.
Like, seriously, like, my heart is in my throat, and we won this game. It was a great win. And they won it, and the way that they pulled it out might have gotten them the number 1 seed. And I just feel nothing.
I know. I hear you. I know. It's very hard to talk about, really. It's like, what can you say? Just horrible.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. The defense, if they do want to make a run, it's going to have to play better because. Couldn't stop Todd Gurley today. A lot of missed tackles. As you referenced, Cooper Kupp was unbelievable. That one play, he got lined up against Rodney McLeod. That's a huge mismatch. Used his quickness out of his break, and he ran for 68 yards for the catch and run. That set up a touchdown. And he also had what do you have in all? Let me look at the stats because he was all over the place. And
he's a great player. Great find.
He is. He's a really good player.
I didn't think he would be this good coming out, so I was totally wrong on him.
I liked him, but I didn't say he was going to be like this good,
Yeah.
He had 5 receptions for 118 yards. Gurley only had 13 carries for 96 yards, and I thought that he should have gotten more carries in the first half. McVay did throw the ball a lot, and it was working. For the most part, I guess in some ways, even though the pressure was getting to Goff, and he kind of had that deer in headlights look, that Skip Bayless likes to say. But Gurley was the guy that was shredding us, and I believe he only had 4 carries in the first half, just like Ajayi, or he might have had 5. It wasn't a lot.
No, it wasn't. And they should have kept running because the Eagles couldn't tackle him.
Yeah,
they couldn't tackle him.
10 yards a pop, easy.
Yeah, really. And I thought Malcolm Jenkins didn't have his best game. He missed a lot of tackles, a lot of plays he left on the field.
There were a lot of plays where they missed like 3 tackles on the same run. This
the same run
3 or 4 times.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I have a Gurley Cup. I did think that the pressure did enough at times against Goff to force key incompletions on 3rd down.
Yeah.
So I thought that was big.
I agree.
So, all right.
This is hard, man.
Yeah, this is hard. I think we went over 30 minutes, so that was our goal. We were so depressed. We didn't even really. Well, we wanted to do the show, but we didn't really want to do it. I don't know.
No, well, we're in. It's like right after. It's like shock. You're in shock right now.
Yeah.
Go. Wait a second.
I have to write about this now. It's like, oh, now I
got to do a victory cigar tonight. I don't feel like.
Oh my God! Is this even a victory?
I know. Well, you're supposed to be celebrating an NFC's championship, but I don't feel like it's a victory. I feel like crying. You know, it's horrible. But you got it. The show must go on, right? That's what they say.
Show must go on. All right, what's your final thought? We'll get out of here.
Congratulations on NFC East champions. Pray, and let's hope we get lucky with a miracle. Somehow, some way, he's going to be okay. That's it.
Yeah. I'm going to watch the press conference of Doug Peterson. I'm going to take a look at his mood.
Yeah.
I mean, it's obviously everyone's going to be down, but man,
what a game by the kid, man! What an unbelievable game he was having too.
There was 4 touchdowns. What? It was the midway point of the third quarter, something like that.
Yeah. I mean, he just kept coming back after every bad thing happened. The punt block, right, with a touchdown. He just comes back. I just love this kid so much as a quarterback. I love this kid, you know. And
it's not a coincidence that they lost last week because Carson Wentz played bad.
Yeah, exactly.
That's exactly why they lost last week.
Yeah,
when Carson Wentz plays well, they win.
Yeah, I agree. I think he proved to everybody that he's an elite franchise quarterback, and he's going to be there for a long, long time. So,
I guess the positive out of this win is it can shut some of the people up that said like the Eagles can't win a big game.
Yeah. Well, now they're not saying we can't win a big game. They're saying, oh, your quarterback's hurt.
Yeah, now it's that. Yeah, so.
But hey,
well. All right, we'll end this. You go do your cigar celebration. I'll go write this recap and cry.
Yeah, we'll cry. I'll see you. We'll meet back in 2 hours, and we'll cry with a bunch of tissues.
We'll cry together. Cry together. We'll get the tissues out, and we'll sing Kumbaya.
Yeah.
All right, we're out.
I'm going to go get my prostate exam.
I'm not.
Me neither. I'm just kidding.